worker numbers in low decile schools is a great move and is long overdue. If we're going to break the intergenerational cycle of poverty, welfarism, crime, child abuse...
Notice something different about you, you know, like about what you're wearing or how you look. The glasses, are they real or are they cosmetic?
No, I'm actual blind.
Are they really?
Everybody buys into it, the collective.
Well, no, they have to...
It's the right who are going to get hit by it.
Free scheme when everyone's paying into it, everyone's entitled to it, and some people blatantly don't need it.
Well, that's the point. Everybody pays into it, so everybody should benefit from it.
Well, that's silly. We all pay taxes, but we don't all claim, I don't know, unemployment benefit.
Anyway, no, but just because your kid doesn't, you don't have kids, doesn't mean you get to opt out of. Let's move on. I just want to point out that every other scheme around the world that's compulsory is means tested. Their pension is means tested.
It just has.
Anyway, borrowing to put into the super fund. You'd agree with this, Tim? Yeah, look, absolutely. Really? Again, it comes down to the point that we save now or we pay later. No, you're borrowing. We've got huge debt.
No, but
that's such a misnomer. We all do that. You have a mortgage and you have investment?
No, I have a mortgage and no investment.
No, you have no money. You have no savings and no investment. No, I don't.
Most don't have investments. So I thought the first thing of finance is to pay off your debt first.
Exactly. Most companies and a lot of households will be carrying some debt and some savings. Okay, so nothing. We're going to talk about the previous. So we've got this, at the opening of the books, we've got this huge debt problem. And if we don't address it, we're going to be in serious trouble. And you're suggesting, Tim, that we borrow and shove it into an investment fund. We're borrowing anyway, Larry. You can equally just you could just as easily say that you're using revenue. People will stay with the government they've got. You don't change in bad times. Labor to try and paint National in the corner and say they're all smart in ways, and we're the party with ideas. Interesting battle. Okay, Alan?
It's an interesting preview this week because normally they have an upside risk scenario and a downside risk scenario. This time they didn't even bother putting the upside one on, which basically tells you quite clearly that they think what they've got is the upside risk and it's not that likely to pan out.
Future's role is to keep the government to the centre, not to the right or the left. So we say there are three key assets that should never be sold: Kiwibank, Radio New Zealand and our water, and that New Zealand keeps control.
For you guys this year. Of course, it all is happening tomorrow at 5 o'clock, live on News Talk ZB and streaming.
CRC 223.
But if you want a bit of an office fun, you can part
a reasonable result given the odd backdrop of the markets overnight. The issue price was $1.40. They came on and traded as high as $1.45, closing at $1.41. Volume was reasonably strong, nearly 3 million shares through. So I guess deals have started, and they've got a number of growth options available to them. They're on track to deliver more than 250 units over the next 2 years, and they're also looking to double their land bank inside of the next couple of years as well. So we've had a very successful couple of months and performance from Ryan last year, and certainly some of them will be trying to replicate that similar type of performance for their investors.
On Thursday. From one experienced traveller to another, let Insight Vacations whisk you away to the playgrounds of Europe on a fully escorted tour next year. Insight Vacations,
Thursday.
From one experienced traveller to another, let Insight Vacations whisk you away to the playgrounds of Europe on a fully escorted tour next year. Insight Vacations, the
DJ C95.
So your travel.
So why add even more to that unfairness?
Thank you appreciate it. That is David Thornton from KnowMoreRates.com. We have...
Discovery new every Monday. Midnight News, World Comes Calling. And this, Pete Murray, 3ZF.
We've recently launched our first home and mobile package, which is called Total Home Mobile, which includes great mobile rates. And we've really been trying to meet our customers' needs as they change. So it's really a good time to actually be customer telecom. What about our more? What do we do? Well, join our more or join us. You can go to telecom.co.nz, drop into any telecom store, or just give us a call, free quote, 0800 444 123. Our team can check their broadband is available in your area and set up beautiful hair. Thank you, Matt. Stay on the line with you.
Community overseas with quality New Zealand Eden outdoor furniture by Danska Mobile. Outdoor Expo on now.
Henderson Police will open their doors on Friday, 11th November to 10th for the first ever festive entertainment tour to help raise funds for the fight against child cancer. Gain rare access to outstanding kitchens and Christmas decor. Inside the home, chefs will demonstrate Christmas fare and eat to make festive treats. Tickets are on sale now in ticketed.co.nz.
Care for our community. Danska Mobile and News Talk ZB.
News Talk today it is 8 to 11. Jim, morning.
The traffic.
Propel with an ER propels a boat forward. Propel up with an A is the power behind your business.
Are you an importer with foreign currency, shipment costing or real...
Has been very professional about the decision.
Really disappointed at the moment because it's been